Ooga fucking ooga cunts, and welcome back to another cunt stream. Tonight we of course got a very special hand solo for you, or at least that's what it's called for now, of course. We might be changing the names to a few of these shows later on if we can get fucking OBS to start working for me. But whatever, no big deal. I'm not still extremely pissed off at what happened this past Sunday. I am extremely pissed off at what happened this past Sunday. Tonight we're going to be talking about a few things comic book related. One of them is a comic book movie. Another one involves a comic book writer, along with Patrick Stewart and Star Trek, and I don't know why, but Doki Doki. I guess because it's video game related and we're fucking nerds.
That's possible.
Yeah. Anyways, tonight with me and Schmeckel, of course, is Red Robot and Magnus. As the
Let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown.
Greetings! Welcome to another stream stupid enough to let me on.
There you go.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, now we got the dead air, huh?
I think Schmeckel tried to speak, but ended up fucking up or something.
Good job.
I forgot to unmute the mic. I told you I was drinking heavily before this.
Fair enough, yeah.
What are you not drinking heavily?
Usually I only drink a moderate amount. Today I was drinking heavily. Well, we got company. Lots of drinking occurred.
Is the company making you drink or drinking with you?
They brought the booze.
Both?
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
I'll see. I was drinking another man's booze. There you go.
There we are. So yeah, the Doki Doki thing, Brockus. There has been a 15-year-old who, I guess, killed himself. And somehow this game is being blamed for it.
Oh! Okay.
He, I guess, had played the game before suicide. I don't think directly before the suicide. I think just at some point. But
I'm about to say, the game's not that bad.
Somebody explained to me, because I was talking to Schmeckel about this just before the show, and it's like, this is one of those Japanese Peter Beater games.
Not exactly. It appears to be. It's actually quite clever. It appears to be something that's not. It's actually kind of a weird meta horror thing.
Really?
Spoiler alert. But at one point, the game, to continue in the game, you have to go into the game files and do something a couple of times, because the game starts fucking with you personally, the player.
Oh, well, maybe it did cause him to commit suicide. Who knows?
No, not at a level where any sane person, basically, if you're smart enough to figure out how to do what it's asking you to do, you're smart enough to realize it's just a game,
Dude, Red, how many retards have we seen in the past, 5 years cropping up? People who think that, civility is racist. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. Seriously.
Those southern slave owners did have some fucking manners.
Well, just say, Southern hospitality at its finest.
No, I mean, at least with civility being racist, it's something new. This video game shit, we've seen it repeatedly.
Oh yeah, I mean, the whole I kind of reel back to the D&D thing, because I actually did a video on it ages ago, and here's the thing: we laugh about it, but I want to take it from this perspective. And this is where I had sympathy for the lady who blamed D&D for her son's death. It was because when you're a parent and your child destroys themselves, as heartbreaking as that is, even though I can't defend it, I understand the impulse to look for a reason for something so insane.
Well, but Red, suicide's such a mean term. Maybe we should call it self-euthanasia.
That does have a nice ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Red, I think we got an echo coming in on your end.
There, that better?
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah. As much as I can see, yeah, where it would come from, looking for some fucking explanation.
Mm-hmm.
At some level, you're still a functioning human being with a brain, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
see,
So don't be stupid about your accusations. Don't be stupid about where you place the blame.
Well, I understand, but I'm just saying that you have to understand this is someone whose world has been just been destroyed. I get it. It's dumb, and we shouldn't defend it, but I get it.
well, that's because all these stupid motherfuckers need closure and need to explain why did my darling little kid jump off a building. But think about it. Unless you live inside their fucking head, how are you ever gonna know what contributed to their suicide? When half the time, even these motherfuckers don't fucking know.
Yeah, and I mean, again, yeah, you can't blame the parents, right? But you can certainly blame the media that feeds into it and shit like that.
Oh yeah, the media that buys along in this and sensationalizes it can go straight to hell for all I care. There's a bunch of motherfuckers.
Well, that's part of the reason why school shooters are such a fashionable thing, is because they know that nobody gives a shit about them. And oh, look, the media is going to turn me into a star posthumously.
Exactly.
So I'm guaranteed I'll be a fucking household name. Just walk in, blow a few people's heads off that I don't fucking like for whatever reason, and I'll be a star.
Mm-hmm. That's why they need to stop immortalizing these little shits.
Well, there are whole fucking communities dedicated to immortalizing these little shits. Like, there are people that get massive hard-ons for these school shooters. It's ridiculous.
So awkward boner time, folks.
But we are a little off topic.
Yeah, as far as the video games, we saw.
Yeah, you're right. No, because they tried to blame the Columbine thing on Doom at one point.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to blame a kid's suicide on Ozzy Osbourne's Suicide Solution.
Yeah.
Manson was also blamed for Columbine. It doesn't matter what the fucking medium is. It's retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean that's just the whole thing with video games. Like Anita Sarkeesian's blaming video games for turning people sexist. No, they were sexist before they played the video games.
Yep, and then they became male feminists.
Yeah, exactly. Or they started writing for Kotaku.
Yeah. I think really people look for answers because we're a pattern-seeking species, and many times in our evolution that has served us well, looking for a pattern of something that might do us in. Unfortunately, we look for patterns sometimes where there aren't any, or another reflex to find fault in something other than yourself. Because a lot of these parents, don't look inward and say, what did I do wrong? And even then, even when they do, that doesn't mean the answer is there. You don't have to be a bad parent to have a bad kid. Even good parents have bad kids. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can do your best and your kid's just fucked. Bad genetics, not bad parenting.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, sexual selection's gotten out of hand since we since we got out of the caves and started making societies and shit.
I wouldn't say it's so much that sexual selection's gotten out of hand. It's
well, let me put it this way: if back in the caveman times, if somebody had the genetics to create a retard, guaranteed about 3 days in, they were running while the saber-toothed tiger's nomming on the kid's little water head.
Oh yeah, the first time they pumped out a weird kid, they assumed there was some type of demon or something, and they clubbed him to death or whatever. right?
Most of the time, yes. Although remember, in some societies, the malformed were sometimes thought it was blessed by the gods.
Or yeah, they put them on a fucking pedestal and worship them as a god.
Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy.
God, could you imagine a tard being worshipped as a god?
How do you how do you know that's not the case with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Oh great Wooloo, what is thine command? I just pooped my pants.
Haven't we just regardless of your party, I'm pretty certain we've elected 4 or 5 of them here in the U.S.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's
And hell, there's one currently running Canada too. So you guys have it too.
yeah. I mean, we got to a point where I'm starting to think maybe we all just have a collective mental disorder. The humanity just became retarded.
Somebody mentioned Justin Trudeau. I got to do it.
Are you a Peter Pepper?
Trudeau is not as bad as he could be.
No.
I don't know if it could get much worse. He seems like all looks and no brains.
Oh, he is that. He'd be a lot scarier if he had the brains, considering his political leanings.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is the child of Fidel Castro, so.
Uh,
That seems very likely, all things considered.
I mean, they put pictures of him and Castro as a young man side by side. It's scary how much they look alike.
they look ridiculously alike. The only thing is Trudeau's he doesn't have Castro's jawline.
Well, there are keeping in mind the genetics would dictate that certain attributes would be missing, but other than that, he is almost spot on.
Oh no, yeah, it's a ridiculous resemblance. Which kind of makes you wonder what his mommy was getting up to.
Oh, that social.
We all know Pierre.
Yeah, I was gonna say we already know she was fucking everybody but her husband.
Exactly, we know he wasn't getting it. I mean, where'd Justin come from?
Well,
Well, honey, remember those months I spent in Cuba at Fidel's place? Well, we were kind of doing things, and one thing led to another, and well, you know.
So,
Batman.
I stepped away for a minute because I had received a tweet, completely forgetting what day it was, where Schmeckel and I were tagged in. And in that particular tweet was the watch link to the current Proper Villains live stream going on right now. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I forgot they were doing a thing tonight. So I kind of popped over. You know, I am thoroughly enjoying what I'm hearing. Just because basically Zell took the opportunity, as far as I could listen. I went back to when it all started. As far as I could tell, Zell is actually being quite civil about it all. He's not blowing it out of proportion. From what I could hear, I don't know if he got worse as he kept explaining more and more. But Cadunt, oh shit, yeah, she decided to try to cut deep and is talking the most amount of shit that I have ever probably heard anyone talking shit on. And I gotta say, I don't fucking care. And now I'm actually quite cemented in my decision that, yeah, Zell and Cadunt are no longer my friends.
Okay.
I have no idea who those people are.
They're people that I used to stream with.
Friendship with Zell and Cadunt ended. Now my new best friend is Magnus.
My new best friend is a lot of other people. Like I do enjoy Magnus a lot more than Zell and Cadunt.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, we got a Gluck in the chat. We got a Gluck in the chat. He's very, very confused about what's going on, Brockus.
Oh?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know about the breakup.
What
Oh
break-
no.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't know. I don't know either. So is this way too off
Yeah,
topic?
it is, but I want to pursue it.
So even my fucking wrench was taken from the channel. Okay, that's cute.
Okay,
Because I was
well,
actually I was gonna spam the fucking chat with the watch link for us, but it's
well,
clearly-
you know what? Since we're gonna do a topic change, let's go from Autobot to Decepticon and have at it.
no, it's fine. Okay, so long story short, I guess I'll go back to. I'll go back about a week or so. So, to those of you who might not be aware, one of our regular viewers, Jacob Navo, had decided to white knight for Sarah and lost the shit on all of us, specifically on Twitter, where he decided to call myself, Zell, Trippy Poop, and Schmeckle child abusers. Now, I don't know if many of you know this, but that's pretty fucking damning for anyone to do if it's not a joke.
Yeah.
And yeah, so pretty much that sparked a bit of a trash fire on Twitter itself, which continued on into a stream later on that night. On Cunt Stream, everything was fine, everything was okay. And then the following day, Zell basically responded to a certain retweet that I did, a quote tweet. Now, my intention on that was because Jacob pretty much screwed himself by pointing out that he wanted to false flag the shit out of the Cunt stream, which is a very bad look for him. My intention was not to just directly point fingers and say, uh-oh, look, we have proof that he's the one who actually did the fucking doxing, or that flagged the fucking Twitter accounts. But instead I said, looks like we have proof. In other words, it's not a solid case, but it's a fucking damn good one that this might be the motherfucker who had recently hit the Cunt Stream Twitter account, Schmeckle's Twitter account, and Mrs. Schmeckle's Twitter account. I even tagged all three of them in that particular retweet. Well, Zell did not take too kindly to that, or at least from his perspective, he wasn't sure what was going on. I guess he read it wrong, whatever the case was. And he responded by saying, we need to be delicate in this case. We can't go around just accusing people of stuff. I thought he was kind of being a douche about it, so that was how I read it. And so I responded with deadpan humor, saying that his reading comprehension sucks. That's it. He lost his shit on
your own humor as deadpan humor. Just say humor.
Deadpan humor. Anyways, so I was being a bit of a cheeky dick to him, but he must have read it wrong, horribly wrong, and so he lost his shit on me. I did not take kindly to the way he responded, so I responded in kind, and we kind of went back and forth for a couple of tweets. Then I took it to DMs because he was getting more and more pissy with me, but saying I was the one who was being pissy. So I told him, you really need to calm the fuck down. That didn't go over very well because he exploded in DMs.
That never does.
Now, here's the funny thing. For several months now, I haven't made this public because I don't want people to get the wrong idea about Zell. But Zell, on multiple occasions, has actually crossed a very specific line with me in which I have actually, at certain points, asked him privately to stop bringing up certain subjects, simply because I'm extremely ashamed of myself for past actions. He didn't actually take kindly to that, and at least one time when I did go to him about that, he decided to kind of yell at me. The two of us got into a fight, but eventually it was sort of settled. It wasn't really settled. It was just he and I were not seeing eye to eye. We got into a fucking argument over it. Sometime later, I think it was about an hour later, he called me up. He said that maybe we're reading things wrong. Maybe it's too just being autistic, whatever the case was, and that we should sit down and talk. And I said, yeah, sure. That sounds like a good idea. Things went back to normal. I was originally quitting Proper Villains, but then I had decided not to quit Proper Villains, blah, blah, blah. And the next day, Zell got hit with a dox, in which I actually came to his defense. So me and Zell were good again. But at the same time, as I had pointed out, he had crossed several lines with me already at that point, and nothing had been resolved. So I pretty much decided from that point on that I would eventually bring it up to him. I just never did. It kept slipping my mind. We never really talked about it. Things just kept happening. More crazy drama started happening. The Sarah thing, the Jacob thing, and all that shit. Whatever. Well, anyways, he decided that when we were in the DMs after that little blow up on Twitter and shit, that he was going to want the truth. Is that the watch link to his shit, or is that like fucking a Twitter?
Yeah, I think that's the link to their stream.
Oh yeah. See, I tried doing that earlier on Proper Villains, but sadly they took my wrench away. So I couldn't actually do that. No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Anyways, so in DMs, Zell actually took things a little too far with me. And he decided to dig into my past and start using that as a weapon against me. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you were my friend and you knew some dark things about my past, but you're supposed to be my friend, would you actually use that in a weaponized way to try to make me feel bad, to try to make me feel like a fucking monster, like a piece of shit scumbag human being that doesn't deserve to fucking hang around people?
Probably, but I'm not.
Good, bad thing. What do you mean bad?
Well, the good news is I have such a bad memory, I would probably forget. So I almost never have to answer that moral quandary because I don't remember this shit.
Well, am I like the weird one here where I don't give a fuck until you actually cross me in some serious way?
Well, there's that.
Okay. Well, anyways, so continuing on. Zell decided to dig up parts of my past and use it against me and weaponize it to try to make me feel like shit. And truth be told, I'm not going to hide this fact. He did actually make me feel like shit, but it was more so he made me feel like shit for continuing to trust him, because friends don't do things like that. Truthfully speaking, if Cadunt and Zell really had a problem, this much of a problem with me, then why did they both allow me to come back into their lives when I actually disappeared for a long time a while ago? Now, granted, we had not had any real problems for the last few years, but it still begs the question of why would Cadunt let me back in her life if she still was so scared of me or hated me for the things that I had actually done in the past, which I, again, am very ashamed of. Why would she do that? On top of that, why would Zell continue to be my bestest friend, knowing fully well that he also did not like me because of that particular part of my past? It didn't make any sense, and it doesn't make any sense.
Let me guess, you used to be a clown.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, he was a rodeo clown. Get it right.
Yeah.
It's close to being a clown.
But yeah, so right now, Cadunt is over there talking about my dark past, talking about the really stupid, shameful shit that I actually did at one point. And she's talking all kinds of shit on me. When I actually tuned in, she was talking about me and how I am in bed. And I'm not surprised that she would go that low on all these things. This just proves
she went that low on you, so.
No, well, this just proves to me one very, very specific thing. That she's a lying bitch. Ooh. See, if what she's saying on Proper Villains right now is the God's honest truth, then she's been fucking lying to my face for a while now.
Oh man, those are fucking white lies. If you suck in bed, the woman's supposed to tell you you're good, so it does. So the thing keeps working.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's not the only thing that I'm saying she's fucking lying about. But basically, this is just proof that she is a fucking lying bitch. And on top of that, Zell is most likely white knighting right now, and he's fucking in the. Actually, yeah, there he is. He's in the chat. She ain't lying. Of course.
Oh god, do I need the sound file for this?
Brockus, instead of being all fucking back and forth with the chat, can we just make this blood sports, buddy?
I mean, I thought this was supposed to be a
You know how easily I'm willing to give up a topic for a more interesting one.
Yeah, you basically will sell your soul to the devil if it just gets a more interesting thing going on. Sure, if you want to have blood sports on a hand solo instead, like we've done a few times.
All right, send the link. Lo-Fi is the one that runs the OBS over there,
I ain't
right?
sending shit to anyone.
All right. Well, Lo-Fi is the one that runs the shit over there, right?
Yeah, it's on her channel right now.
Lo-Fi, I'll send you the link. Jump in. You can simulcast it.
What now?
I'll send her the link. She can jump in and she can pump it out through OBS so her crowd can see it too.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Also, she is probably streaming on the Help for the Guild. Yeah, she's streaming on Help for the Guild just right now. In the Discord, I mean.
Okay, whatever works. Just get in here. It's fucking annoying arguing with the chat.
No, yeah.
Especially here in Brockus too, because you guys are having like a little slap fight.
No, I just find it fucking funny that they're over there talking all kinds of shit on me right now, and Zell's especially in here talking shit on me, and I haven't actually really read much of what he's actually saying. But I'm assuming it's something to the effects of "fuck off, leave us alone, stop talking about us" when they were the ones talking about me initially.
Yeah, don't start shit unless you want somebody to continue it. I mean,
well, that's how Zell is when it comes to these types of situations. He doesn't. He wants to win. He doesn't want to face the truth.
Okay.
Well, Zell says that they're not going to pop in. I think
oh, okay.
Cog was in the chat. I think he had some questions about the situation.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine.
I have no idea. So I've just been playing in the chat tonight. I've done my own stream tonight. I've been doing QPUs. Otherwise, I don't know. Did this terrible past that you talk about? I don't. All I've heard, it sounded almost like there was rape involved. That's what I heard. But I could be wrong. But it sounded like something like that.
Oh, no, God. Are we gonna have another mattress girl thing going on?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, honestly, I've not been paying attention really. I've just been playing.
I'll go ahead and explain to the people at home who are probably very fucking confused and all that stuff. So there are two different incidences where I actually did not handle a breakup very well. The first big breakup and Kadunt, which was about 3.5 years ago, roughly. When Kadunt and I broke up, it kind of crushed me and I didn't handle it well. And a lot of my actions were very, very fucking creepy. There's one incident in particular that she kind of still lingers on because it looks really fucking bad, in which I had actually messaged her saying that I was coming over and that she and I were going to talk. She needs to get into the van, all that stuff, because I drove a van at the time. And I was already around the corner. In fact, I was pulling up to her house when I noticed that a mutual friend of ours, Residential Dragon, was already parked in the driveway. And she had told me not to even come over. So I just kept driving past her house and parked a little up the road. I was very distraught. I was emotionally unstable. I didn't handle myself well. And I had put my phone down where I was typing something out, but I wasn't actually typing anything. I just put my phone down. So the window was open as if I was typing something, but I wasn't. And she had looked at her phone, so on and so forth. They saw me, her and Residential Dragon, as they were leaving. It looked really fucking bad, but I hadn't been there for very long. And again, I was very emotionally distraught and not exactly in the state of mind to be driving at that point. A lot of other stuff that had happened, Kadunt claims that these were things that I would say to another mutual party, somebody who was apparently helping me out on the whole situation. And I said some very horrid things from what I was being told. Now, later, apparently, I repeated those same things, but only when I was blackout drunk and have no ability to defend myself. Mind you, the first time that these things were being claimed that I said, I was on the phone with someone. I don't remember or recall ever saying any of the horrid shit that she says that I said. And then the second time was I was blackout drunk and another mutual party had said that I had said things very similar to what I had said over the phone to a fucking friend. Again, I can't recall any of this shit. One, I was blackout
blackouts or something? Yeah, blackout drunk.
again, one of the things that didn't help me during the actual like aftermath of the breakup was she and I ended up working together, and I got drunk a few times to where I got so drunk I couldn't actually recall anything because I blacked out.
So you could have done something in that time, let's say, that she does remember that you don't.
Yes, true. And there were a few things that were backed up that other people had actually told me that I had done, and I again.
This isn't going in your favor, though, is it?
No, it's not.
Towards it being bullshit, it's actually sounding more legit than anything.
Well, here's the thing: she's making it seem like I legitimately assaulted her, or even actually fucking raped her, and
you don't know what you did. You don't know what you did. Like, how do you know what you legitimately did? Honestly,
if I had actually assaulted her or even fucking raped her, I would not have.
Or try to do something, can she at least push you off? I don't know. Like I said, it sounded like there might have been a bit of a rapish conflict. I don't know if that means you got your dick anywhere or if you tried to, or I don't know.
No, from what she says, from what I've been told, it was just me saying horrid shit like that. I didn't actually attempt anything.
Right.
I think the worst thing I did was get loud and apparently pick fights with people.
Yeah. I think you should look at your drinking, really. That might
be I did. Again, this was about 3 years ago, and since then I have actually been severely looking at my drinking and quitting to the point where I don't actually need to drink anymore.
That's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, if it's only verbal and you've done this in a drunken state, I think that's one thing. I mean, if there actually hasn't been any sort of physical altercation, obviously that takes it to a completely different degree. I still think it's fucked up, obviously, even just to say that shit. It's just weird stuff. But like, at least from what's been said, you know. Mm-hmm. But you have no recollection of this, so.
Yeah, true. I had no recollection of it. The only problem with that is that it still doesn't really match up to me. Because the follow-up from me apparently saying those horrid things is that I was on a ban list. That the people, my employers, essentially, were going to ban me at least for a year from ever returning to that particular place of work. But they, the following year, asked me back. And then the following year after that, asked me back as well. So it doesn't really make any sense that she's telling me that I was technically banned when I wasn't.
Well, if there was a technical ban before you were then allowed back on, I can see what she means by that. That isn't. You just said that, haven't you? Well, there was a technical ban which then got revoked, let's say.
Well, I mean, no one said anything to me about that, so I didn't even know.
But didn't you just say that there was a ban and then it got revoked?
No, yeah, he said that he was asked back though, and if
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was revoked. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't say it was a full-on ban, but you could say there was a technical ban that kind of happened and then it was revoked. I could understand that. I mean, it's a turn of phrase really that we're looking at here. So does that make sense? I get where you're coming from as well. That you obviously weren't banned, but there was at least a period where you were until it was revoked. Not that. I mean, this could have happened over a time where you weren't even supposed to be there. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. So,
I mean, but why would you want to go back to a place where you did some completely ill shit while you were drunk anyway?
No, well, he has no memory of it.
You know what I mean? Like, I would never go back there again if that was me. I'd avoid that place like a plague.
If you don't know what you did, then how do you feel guilty for something that you don't really have any memory of? Like,
usually though, somebody will inform you in great detail of what exactly you did.
You can feel embarrassed to that extent, I suppose. Yeah.
I mean, like you're talking rape, and you know what I mean, like you fucking had like a broad talking all places. Like, yo, dude, I would avoid that place like the fucking plague and never go fucking back ever. You know what I mean? Like, dude, come on, it's like going back to some place that said you might have robbed them or something. Like, dude, fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's like the whole joke that fucking Ron White said when he was talking about the bar he got kicked out of and what he did was so bad that when they told him to get out, he was like, I get it.
Sorry about this, guys, but the place that I usually stream has some background noise, but tonight apparently people are digging around, so I need to. God fucking damn it! Okay, I need to find another place.
What did you go to like a cemetery or something? What the fuck are you doing?
A bunch of people.
I'm saying people are digging around. They're digging people's graves and shit. Like, what's going on over there? You got police sirens in the background, like.
Brockus is fucking showing up on stream mid-job.
Well, Brockus is just traveling, motherfuckers. That's all he's doing. He's just traveling.
He's just traveling. He knows the law.
He knows the law.
What's going on there, Cog? Man, how you living?
Yeah, good see, Peanut. How you doing?
And we got $2 from Mr. LM002 saying Smeckle, check Streamlabs every 5 to 10 minutes. I'll do that. I always forget to do that.
All right. Anyways, where were we? I think I found somewhere where I'm not going to have a whole lot of background noise.
You went inside the mausoleum.
Well, we had a question. We had a question from a Gluck.
Okay.
The question is, were there people around? Who heard you saying it? At least I think that's what he was getting at. Can't really get his
yes, there are various witnesses, none of which I can actually call on at the moment because I don't really talk to any of them. I probably should have done that ahead of time, but then again, I didn't know that on the former fucking stream that I was a part of that I'd get sideswiped like I did get tonight. Shit, just a whole lot of fucking shit talking.
But you really are the new Wrath.
Kind of.
Yo, look, you know what happened to me, man? Look, you know, when I first started off, like I came on the cunt stream and I got drunk with a shitty microphone and told Tonka that his grandma was a piece of shit and some shit. And then I tried to kumite him again in Discord and I got my ass handed to me. And then I had to go hide out in the MGTOW channels. Like, yo, so you might want to go look up some MGTOW channels. I got some links for you.
I'm not going to look up MGTOW channels. I'm not going to
go hide out.
I'm not going to run and hide. Look. I'm gonna say what I need to say about this, and I'm gonna fucking move on. I am not proud of my past actions. In fact, I am extremely shameful of a lot of the things I have done in the past. I am very shameful of a lot of the things I've said in the past. I cannot recall ever saying some of the horrid shit that Kadunt is claiming that I actually said. But I can't exactly defend it, which is why when I was off air on the Hangouts with her, I apologized for it simply because I can't actually dispute any of it. I could probably go to the people that might have the information and ask them, but I just didn't want to face the truth due to the fact that I didn't want to actually find out whether or not I really said this shit. However, again, none of it is making sense because by now, someone probably would have told me something. The worst thing I was told I did was pick a fight with complete fucking strangers at this fucking place of work. And everybody actually knows kind of where it is, but I'm still going to be vague about it. I don't give a shit.
Never shit where you eat, man. Never shit where you eat. Yo, what? Look here, motherfucker. I run this. This is Tom Pinoy live. How you doing, man? Yo, we're trying to collect the motherfuckers.
This is Tom's fired. Anyways, I'm extremely shameful of my fucking past actions, and I've tried to move past them. I'm not going to pretend like I never did any of this stuff, and I'm actually trying to better myself as we speak. Again, for the last 3.5 years in secret, I have been trying to keep my drinking habits under control. Not drinking so much, drinking much less, drinking less frequently, so on and so forth. I even go out of my way to avoid people I know are going to fucking have an abundance of alcohol and probably suggest to me, hey, drink with us and shit. I have basically walked away from that particular side of myself as much as I possibly can. And I'm pretty damn close to the point where I can just quit drinking altogether and never go back. It's fine. I'm moving past all of this. But from my understanding, from what I'm basically being told now at this point, Kadunt never moved past it. She has held some sort of hatred for me for the last.
Now you're talking about her, and she's gaining subscribers.
She's been talking shit about me this whole fucking time. I don't care. She's the one.
Now you're talking about her.
She's the one who wants to bring up my fucking past discretions, and Zell probably wants to start talking about them too, especially since I basically started bringing this shit up on this stream. I don't fucking care anymore, and yet at the same time, I'm not going to sink to their fucking level because they have dirt on me. Yes, I have just as much, if not more, dirt on them. Most likely just as much.
Yeah, so you're one of them blackout drinkers and shit.
I was.
You was, man. Yo, you don't know about all the bad things you did to midgets and shit, right?
I didn't do any of that stuff. Look, when I was in an emotionally bad point of my life, when I was very fucking just not happy, depressed constantly, all that shit, and I would drink excessively, and I would drink to the point where I would actually get blackout drunk. It happens a little too frequently for my taste. But after the last couple of times, I've decided, no, never again. I don't want to ever fucking go that route. I still drink here and there, but it's mostly just beer because beer does not do that to me. Hard liquor will fucking cause me to black out. It does it every fucking time. If I drink way too much hard liquor, I black out. But if I drink a few beers, no more than maybe 30 throughout a couple of days, I'm fine.
Now, I know I'm definitely going to hell for this, but is there any chance we can get you blackout drunk on stream sometime?
Hey, barkeep, who's like you have to hunt to get a dry martini around here?
Only for a very special occasion, and you'd have to pay me quite a bit of money, because that would basically be me going against my own fucking rules for myself.
That's the main reason I want to do it.
Yo, look, man, here's what I'm saying. I say you need to join the church of Jesus Christ was not a bitch made nigga. All right.
Do that.
And you need to come on here and confess your bitchness to the fucking congregation. You know what I'm saying? And let me slap the bitch out of your body. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and like, yo, it'll be good and everything will be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get the pastor up here from fucking, you know what I mean? Don't be mad to South Central, drinking juice in the hood, you know, go, don't ask no questions, right? And everything will be pimping, and you can remove all this bitchness from yourself. You know what I mean? And you'll be just fine the rest of your life, and you don't have to fucking go through this anymore. You know what I mean? Of being a bitch and fucking getting blackout drunk and talking shit to broads. You know what I mean? From then on, like, you'll just get blackout drunk and pull new broads. You know, like, it'd be way better for you, you know? And you can stop fucking the midgets and shit when you get drunk. It's a win-win for everybody.
I find it kind of funny because I just started looking at the chat again, but I'm basically being called a bitch and I'm told to own up to my shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You sound like a bitch.
No, hold on a second. Wait. How exactly do I sound like a bitch, and how am I not owning up to my shit? I'm actually fucking.
I see the feeling I'm getting over it, in all honesty. Hi, everyone. I'm Cognitive Thought, and I'm addicted to streaming and smoking weed. I just wanted to let everyone know that. I'm going to sit back down now.
No,
I'm Tom Pease, and I'm a stream whore. You know what I'm saying?
It's stream horse, yeah.
Don't you look like a bitch?
No, I'm being serious here. Like, how am I not owning up to my fucking mistakes?
Because you blamed it on your depression, you blamed it on your blackout drinking instead of going like, "Yo, I'm not blaming it on anything." No,
Tom, shut the fuck up. I did these things with the exception of the things I can't fucking recall. I don't know if I did it, so I have to apologize for it anyways, due to the fact that I don't know if I did it or not. I can't recall ever saying those fucking things when I was sober, and none of it really does make sense to me because of how people have reacted and fucking talked to me about everything. Because if I did say those horrible fucking things, someone by now would have told me. And I've never had that conversation with anyone. So again, I don't think that even really happened. I think she's fucking lying about it and that she's actually fabricating what really happened. But at the same time, I can't fucking recall the information, so I'm going to let that fucking die.
So basically, you don't think you're as bad as you are when you black out drunk, but you've got no evidence because you don't remember how bad you can probably get when you black. I've seen people get pretty fucking crazy when they're blackout drunk. I know I've done some crazy shit.
We've heard God get blackout drunk.
No. You haven't heard me blackout drunk. I think I might have told you the story of when I got blackout drunk that was fucked up. I think I tried having a fight with I don't do that sort of shit. I'm a nice drunk, but I got blackout drunk to the point where I don't recall anything. I woke up with blood all over my feet, glass in my feet. I was just
that's a much different.
I don't remember that.
Thinking
shit happened. And this is the thing is like, I'm not gonna, I heard stories about it and I was like, okay, that happened. That probably did happen. It was a fucked up story. And I was like, yep, that probably did happen. I can't remember this. I feel bad for doing it. Of course, that's all you can do. But like I say, it wasn't to that degree of yours, I think, at least. I don't know what was said. No one can recall.
Well, yeah, you weren't talking about raping bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I cannot recall ever saying that. However,
that's a fucking politician's answer, though, bro.
Yes, exactly.
I do not recall.
I did not have sexual relations with that liquor bottle.
I have been going through treatment for my depression, and I ended up having to quit drinking. And I'm trying to fix my problems to become a better person for all of y'all out here.
Tom. We'll let Brockus get his bit out.
No. Yeah, go ahead, man. Do your thing, Brockus.
At this point, I'm basically being accused of being a rapist, and you guys are
No one
just
said you're a rapist. People said that you might have said this. You're going, I don't think I did. And it's like, it's verbal, but it's
No,
at least going like, yeah, that could have happened. Really
I think we're all in agreement that Brockus did not rape anybody, right?
Yeah.
obviously.
Pretty sure. I've not heard. I couldn't. If it was just verbal threats and stuff, that may be what I heard as well. I wasn't paying attention, like I said. I just heard rape.
From what I understand, it wasn't even threats. It was comments to somebody else about dreams or something like that.
Right. So you dreamed about raping her or something. I think something could have been something like that. It was a fantasy or something like that. I don't know.
I don't fucking, like I said, I don't even remember having a sober conversation.
No, that was it. That was it. I remember it now because it didn't make any sense. You wanted you wanted her to be into the idea of you raping her, which made no sense to me because that's like you wanted to consent to the rape. What?
I don't have a rape fantasy. That weirds me out.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying this is what I remember hearing, and I remember typing in the chat like you wanted consent for the rape, like and rape is the fan. I'm confused. That sounds like you just wanted raw sex from my point of view, right? That's like, well, you might have used a different term, but you might have wanted raw sex. Do you see what I mean?
To be honest, I when it came to the sober conversation I had with somebody, they might have misunderstood what I was saying, and I don't recall ever actually saying. I've never had an actual rape fantasy, and the only time I ever played one out was because another of my exes actually did have a rape fantasy, and it weirded me the fuck out. I did not enjoy it at all, especially since she legitimately fucking made me really choke her hard. I didn't like it. I did not fucking like it at all. But yeah, I don't remember ever having that kind of.
So you sound like you're not very sexually compatible. I'll be honest with you. You do not sound compatible. You two. Egg look in the chat is saying words are words. I'm going to rate you, Schmeckle. Is that rape cock? I never said words are rape. I said that they're just words. I mean, the difference is going, yeah, that possibly could have been said. I don't know. I'm blackout drunk. Yours is more to go, I wouldn't have said that. No, I've got no evidence for this, but I do not recall. Like, it's just like.
Well, I mean, to a degree. What gets me more isn't the fact that he's that he's saying I wouldn't do this. It's that he can't say I haven't done this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this valid statement. I don't think Brockus would do that either. But the fact that he says he that whole I do not recall thing, right?
The only reason why I'm saying it is because when I had the sober conversation, I don't remember ever saying something like that. Or if I did, it may have been misunderstood. I don't fucking know. It was so long ago, and I don't have exactly the greatest memory in the world, especially because I fucking drank very heavily in those days. I'm not trying to say that I fucking didn't say any of these things. I can't recall. I don't think I said it, but if I did, fuck. That is a very fucked up thing to say. It's one of the reasons why I basically decided to stop fucking drinking entirely, because some of the shit that I was being told was goddamn horrible. Some of the shit that I was told when I got blackout drunk and did was fucking awful, and it scared the fuck out of me. So I basically decided, you know what? I'm just gonna stop drinking.
The thing is, Agluck is bringing in something in the chat as well. The thing is that it's not just her saying it and you going, oh, that might have happened, I'm not too sure. You also said that there were witnesses to this. This is why I'm just like, dude, if there were also witnesses and they can corroborate her story to an extent, and you have no memory, it's not like you when you're not drunk, or maybe when you're like happy drunk, but you may have got blackout drunk to the point and you have just switched, right? And I honestly think that can happen with people when they get blackout drunk.
No, and that's fair. The witnesses could definitely come forward and actually tell me privately that, because I don't think they're going to jump on the stream right now. There's no way of contacting them and shit. But it's not like they're going to jump on the stream and fucking suddenly start spilling the beans and say, yeah, this is what happened and that's what he said and so on and so forth. Again, it was years ago, so probably they don't even remember that much themselves. Either way, there are witnesses to that specific fucking incident. But they never once said that I did anything that I said anything that damning, that I said anything that fucked up. No one ever actually mentioned anything like that to me at this point. But again, I can't exactly dispute it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
The part that pisses me off about all of this is that they dug into my past and brought up something extremely shameful of me, something that I've actually come to Zell privately at one point about and said, hey, you're going too far with that fucking joke. You're going too far with this shit. And instead of actually realizing that he was going too far, he decided to fucking yell at me and ask me to stop doing it myself. And I'm like, when the fuck have I ever dug into your past like that and actually used it against you as either a joke or to fucking literally hurt you? But here they are doing it, and it's fucking completely fine with them. And now, to their audience, to the same audience that used to fucking like love watching me and love hearing me and shit like that, suddenly I'm a fucking monster to them. Because Kadunt is so fucking pissed off and so fucking spiteful that she can't let shit go, but she wants to yell at me frequently, like I'm the one who can't let things go. I wanted to be civil about all of this. I was willing to walk away from Proper Villains entirely, or maybe even come back as a special guest every now and then, whatever the case was. But this is the way they want to go. This is the route that they want to fucking go. I'm not going to sink to the level. I'm not going to bring up their bullshit fucking past, the shit that they've actually pulled. Because fuck it. Why? Why should I?
I can't give you an answer for that, man. You know my thoughts on your friendship. I like all of you, but you probably shouldn't be friends.
No, yeah, that's fair. I wanted to quietly just make this thing where I probably message them and say, hey, when it's good, it's fucking amazing. But when it's bad, it becomes so fucking horrible, I can't even find the words to describe how bad it is. I don't think we can be friends anymore. I don't think that we ever could really be friends. I think that we were only friends because we had such a long history and that, nostalgia. But I don't think nostalgia is a good enough reason to continue on being friends, if this is how we're going to fucking treat each other. Honestly, if that's how they're going to view me, if that's how they're going to fucking treat me any single time I actually do piss them off for one reason or another, why should I even be their friend? They're attacking me privately as if I was some fucking piece of shit doxer, which, by the way, they have a doxer actually defending him right now. He's been counted on been caught 2 different times doxing people, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
Anyways, no, it's just, I don't fucking get it. I really don't. I don't fucking understand why they have to go this extreme. Again, from what I did hear, Zell was actually being quite civil about it and just giving the bare bones explanations to why I'm not on Proper Villains tonight and why I haven't really interacted or streamed with either him or Kadunt for a while. Zell seemed to be being respectful at first, but when I had initially jumped in and started listening to the stream, Kadunt was talking mad shit on me. Like I had just ran over an entire litter of fucking kittens right in front of her. She was just, it was fire and brimstone, salt and spite everywhere.
That's just a woman, dude. What the fuck do you expect?
I don't give a fuck. That's actually Kadunt. That's how she is.
That's women, period, dude.
She never lets fucking anything go. She holds on to whatever you did in the past to piss her off, pretends like it still doesn't bug her, and then fucking unleashes it onto you later on.
All right, well, I do have to point out, Brockus. Well, we got Zell in the chat. He says, I like the rest of y'all. Cut the cord and shut your mouth, or we'll tell the truth. I'm wondering what that's about.
I have no idea. I don't know what else he said.
That's an ominous
we can turn this into a
juicy. Sounds juicy, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we should turn this into the Kumite tonight. Fuck it.
They have the invite. Well, I mean, Zell doesn't, but Lo-Fi does. She can pass it to all of you. Yeah, you're all welcome to pop in.
Yo, man. Yeah, I'm saying. Like, I can hop out if y'all need room. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of want to stay here and watch what happens.
No.
Well, we got room. My internet's working fine. I'm not falling asleep. Brockus, you can drop out on the other Cunstream account if we need the room.
All right.
Fuck, come on in. I'd like to see this.
Yeah,
handled,
come on in.
like
Let's
adults.
come on in. Let's warm ourselves by the dumpster fire.
Yo, Zell, man, you want to invite? I'll send it to you personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come in here and get it in.
This is the best you're gonna get, Zell. A fucking invite straight from Tom P.
Yeah, I'll send you one. You know what I mean? I'll give it to you. You know the situation.
To be fair, they are still doing Proper Villains, so they might not want to leave that, but I have offered for them to all join here and to present our stream so that They can still get their views and all that.
Wow. No, I just read something that fucking Zell said in the chat, and he's the one saying, you didn't allow me to cut the cord. You decided to spread false narrative and paint yourself as the wounded puppy like you've done for 10 fucking years. You want to hurt reps? Gloves off, nigger. Okay, one, did I not fucking point out earlier that you were the one who was actually being quite respectful in the beginning of the discussion? Did I not actually point out that you seemed to be civil in the beginning of this? Because I'm pretty sure that was actually what I was saying, that you started off being civil about it, but since I stopped listening, I didn't actually know, and then you jumped in the chat and started shitting all over me. So most likely, obviously, now you're not being civil about it. And when I did tune in, and when I actually clicked the link to start listening, Kadunt was the one who was actually shitting all over me. Pretty sure that's actually what fucking happened, and what Kadunt was doing was pretty much destroying my fucking rep. You know, I don't care if it's based on the fact that she's my ex and she's being spiteful and she's being pissed off and so on and so forth. Oh, that's just her being a woman. There are plenty of people out there that would listen to what Kadunt had to say and actually take it at face fucking value. We've been over this before. You know how she can be, and you're still defending her. But that's fine. I'm the one who's actually destroying reps at this point. I just went through 20 to 30 fucking minutes of sort of scorching my own goddamn rep and making myself look fucking horrid to a bunch of people in the chat because I didn't want to fucking hide any of what was being said. I just wanted to say what my fucking side of the whole thing is. But yeah, I'm the one who's destroying fucking reps here. I'm not trying to play the victim, Zell. I'm simply trying to point out that you've been a fucking shit friend for months to me. I tell you in DMs you're going too fucking far with certain jokes, and I ask you not to bring up certain jokes. You still do it because fuck me, right? I actually don't give you the respect.
Yo, Zell. Fucking yo, come over here. Yo, check your Twitter DMs, man. You know the situation. We on that three-way joint. I put you in there. Motherfucking is a link invite. Come over here and get it the fuck in.
Yeah, if you aren't there and you're on Discord, I'll send you a link there. Fuck this shit. Have conversations, man. Let's do this.
Me and Zell.
Let's do this like grown-ups, boys.
Yeah. Me and Zell's been talking about doing a conspiracy theory thing with Ace. So yeah, we've been trying to get that worked out for like a week. Me, him, and Trippy.
I fucking love the projection. I love it. It's so fucking wonderful.
Come on, Zell. Bring your ass the fuck in here. Quit being, you know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean? Let them know you coming over here. Zell, bring your ass over here, man. I sent you the link. It's over.
You got Twitter links, man. You got the links. Everyone sent you links.
You had the link, man. You got the link. Come over here. Let's get this done, man. Let's settle this. I'm getting tired of hearing about you and fucking Brockus.
The first thing I need to hear is him just yelling at the screen while we're all here, just going, well, Zell could be here to respond to you instead of just looking at the chat to read it.
You know what I mean? Because
we know you got a mic, Zell. Come on.
Don't be bitch made.
Yeah, man. Come on. Jesus Christ was not a bitch made nigga.
Come on, man.
The fucked up thing is I actually called it. I specifically told you, Schmeckel, in DMs. Watch. There goes longer.
There goes just show the doo-wop Kadunt.
I don't fucking give a shit. But Schmeckel, did I not tell you in DMs that it wasn't going to take long? Just give it time. They were going to somebody, one of the two of them, was going to start talking shit.
Is this Zell? Or...
Yo,
no,
Zell.
this isn't Zell. This isn't Zell. Hey, Cog, nice to meet you.
Sorry, Trippy. Yeah.
Oh, no. I figured I'd jump in anyway and just be like, hey, guys.
I didn't know if it was like another account with Zell's.
There's a little
Lo-Fi's here. Here we go.
Hi, Lo-Fi. How you doing, Shorty?
Everyone's invited.
You got a cool was it your wife or your girlfriend, Alenska?
Yeah, she's fucking smoking.
She's cool, man. I've talked to her a lot in chats before.
So so why is in all this am I feeling like I just stepped in a big pile of doo-doo?
That's why I came in here.
I swear to God, like, yo, look here, man. I don't say it. I just play it. All right. I'm just here to enjoy myself. I'm not involved with any of y'all's fucking bullshit. I don't want to hear no nonsense at the end of this about fucking lawyers and nonsense like the last fucking time with that chipmunk bitch.
I'm gonna sue you. Okay.
Nobody's
fuck
getting
is that?
fucking lawyer.
I'm gonna sue you.
Can you hear me now? I think you can. It looks like
There you
okay.
are.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's up, Lo-Fi?
What's up, Trippy?
Kiss me
Hello,
and pull my
fella.
hair.
Okay.
Kiss me and pull my hair. Ow! It hurts so good, y'all. It hurts so good. So can we got the man with the soundboard.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Can we get off of the drama for 25 seconds?
So Meatloaf, fucking, what you been doing since your last fucking album in the Fight Club, man? I ain't seen you come out with nothing new.
Growing mutton chops. Can't you see?
I had a whole shit ton of people at the last convention I went to say, "Hey, are you doing a Sabretooth cosplay?"
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah. He's like, I've been growing out my nails for years.
Glock in the chat says clear some space, get Zell in here. There's room for Zell.
There's plenty of room. Plenty of room for Zell.
There's 2
If he
slots.
wants to, that's
We've
all
still
on
got
him,
2
though.
slots left, so.
I mean, you guys are getting one side of the story. But
Exactly, and that's the problem. I mean, Lo-Fi
I
here
don't
might know a little more of the other side, but she's half a world away.
technically, she wouldn't even be involved. She would just be telling what she's heard. You know what I mean? And what I was thinking, I'm like, how about we get off all the personal shit and we talk about some other shit? Get some personal shit.
Because Trippy, this shit's
I know, it's
hilarious
not
and I love it.
I know. You get the stuff. You like the stuff.
You shoot the goo to drama.
I'm a squirter.
So, Lo-Fi, you were over on the villain stream, obviously.
That is true. I run it.
Is Brockus saying anything wrong about what was said about him?
See, I'm not gonna touch this.
Yeah, see? I wouldn't touch it either. Because it's a third,
If
fourth,
unless I
hand story.
catch someone in something egregious, I would have to listen through everything to want to. touch
Oh,
this.
man,
But
we're
I said
fucking.
in one stream. I'm just nope.
Can you ask any questions based on what you've heard so far from the other side?
She was streaming.
Yeah, she was streaming with Zell and Kadant.
Yeah. I was trying to watch both. That's fucking impossible.
It's like based on what you heard over there. You got any questions?
It was fucking impossible. I couldn't hear either side, to be honest. Plus, I was in an offline chat, so
Yeah,
I
you-
wasn't
To be
listening
fair, I was
to it.
talking to Lo-Fi in the chat.
And I showed up to talk about nerd shit, and all of a sudden this devolved into who fucked who in the butthole the wrong way, and all kinds of other fucked up shit.
So yeah, exactly, dude. What I've been
Yeah.
saying is what we need to do is we need to get Brockus an online dating profile.
Nope.
And you keep saying no, but it's gonna happen. Somehow, some way, it's gonna happen.
Yo, oh my God. You guys.
Yeah, I agree you should do that, but then at the bottom of it, you should have like references on request. That'd be great.
Yo, do you know how entertaining it is to go through bitches' pictures on these online dating sites?
Dude, what you need, Brockus, I'm telling you, dude, you would have a whole bunch of bitches being like, dude, they come up to you, they'd be like, I love beards. There's so many women that are like, I love beards. They just want a beard ride. Give them a beard ride.
I don't know. You guys are talking about looking through pictures. I saw one that Run and Gun News was responding to. That's like, is that ET the extra testicle? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, sure. You know, online dating sites are just like looking for friends. You got to wave through all the dicks before you find a
Oh,
pussy.
look at that, man. Yo, Atema's just staying for me and you, Trippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're fucking awesome. That's why.
Oh, we could hook up Brockus with like a farmers only dating.
that's
You
Yo,
know,
good.
the plenty of
Yeah.
yo, we got to get him on a plenty of fish joint.
that's
you
the
know?
one to go to, dude.
Okay.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's so much fucking inbred pussy on that bitch, man. There's no way you can't get laid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could break the chain, Brockus. You could help a woman not produce a really deformed kid.
Yeah, you could like help somebody's whole gene pool out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just find out what town they're from. You could fuck all the bitches in that area.
Hey, you are not Zell.
Damn, I should have changed my
love you
profile
for
picture.
that, but we were hoping for Zell.
Well,
Zell is online on Discord, at least according to the.
Hey, wait a minute. What the fuck
Hey,
now?
how the fuck did I just get
Look,
invited
is it-
into?
how-
Man, look, I did not want it to go to y'all. I wanted to go to fucking Zelda. Y'all got to get out of here. We need room for Zelda to come in. Get out.
One of you got to get the fuck out. Nice, you Strippy.
I'll jump out.
All right.
I just wanted to say, since he hasn't came in yet, is Brockus 1-0? In the evening Kumite?
It is seeming like right now Brockus is sitting at 1-0.
I don't give a shit about that. Jesus.
Well, nobody really gives a shit about that. I mean, but what the case is people in the chat. You got 50 people fucking watching here, and some of the people want blood sports. I just want to see you guys be friends again.
I want to see both.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I want to see tears, then I want to see makeup sex.
I'm going to tell you right now, Trippy, because of the events of tonight, they've pretty much solidified that my initial response or my initial answer from about a week ago, yeah, that's happening. I no longer want anything to do with Zell or Cadunt, especially fucking Cadunt and
we need 2 spots, man. We need 2 spots.
All right, so we need one more person gone. Brockus, drop out your Constream account. That'll leave us space.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be right back.
Smeckle, Cadunt could come on if you send her the link.
I think that's why Zell wants 2 spaces.
Well, I mean,
I think this is going to get dirty. Story. This is going to get very dirty tonight.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. I've been waiting for this for a long time. As much as I hate to exploit it, I love to exploit it. I also really think this needed to happen.
Well, I think it does need to happen myself.